Hello everyone. Today we will talk about mathematics of finance, specifically consumer loans, credit cards, and different types of investments. In everyday life, we often make financial decisions like borrowing money, buying things using credit, or investing our savings. Understanding these concepts helps us manage our money wisely and avoid financial problems. Let's start with consumer loans. A consumer loan is money borrowed from a bank or financial institution for personal use. Some common examples include housing loans, car loans, or education loans. There are two main types of consumer loans. The first is secured loans. This require collateral, which means you must provide something valuable like a house or car as a guarantee. If the borrower cannot repay the loan, the lender can take the collateral. The second type is unsecured loans. These do not require collateral. Because of this, they usually have higher interest rates since the lender takes more risk. In real life, choosing the right loan depends on your financial situation and ability to repay.
Next, let's talk about credit cards, which are a very common form of unsecured loan. A credit card allows you to buy something now and pay it for later. Instead of using cash immediately, the bank temporarily pays for your purchase and you repay them later. One important concept is the grace period. This is the time given to pay your balance without being charged interest. Credit cards have several advantages. They are convenient, useful during emergencies, and they can help build a person's credit history, which is important when applying for loans in the future. However, there are also disadvantages. Because it is easy to swipe a card, people might spend more than they can afford. If the balance is not paid on time, the interest charges can become very high. Because of this, credit cards should always be used responsibly and carefully.
Now, let's move on to investments, starting with stocks and bonds. A stock represents ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you own a small part of that company. And if the company grows and becomes successful, the value of your stock can increase. There are two common types of stocks. First is common stock, which usually allows investors to vote in company decisions and sometimes receive dividends. Second is preferred stock, where investors usually receive dividends first but do not have voting rights. On the other hand, bonds are different. Instead of owning part of a company, buying a bond means you are lending a money to a company or government. In return, they promise to pay you back with the interest after a certain period. Compared to stocks, bonds are usually safer but have lower returns. So, in simple terms, stock offer high potential profit but higher risk, while bonds provide more stable but smaller earnings.
Start, boss.
Lastly, let's talk about mutual funds. A mutual fund is an investment where many people pool their money together. This money is then managed by professional fund managers who invest in different assets like stock and bonds. There are several types of mutual funds. First is stock funds, focus mainly on stock and have higher risk but higher potential in returns. Second is bond funds, focus on bonds and are generally safer. And next is balance funds, combine both stocks and bonds to balance the risk and return. And money market funds are considered low risk and are used as a short-term investment. One of the biggest advantage of mutual funds is the diversification. This means your money is spread across many investments which help reduce risk. To conclude the understanding, consumer loans, credit cards, and different investment options is very important. These are financial concepts help us make better decisions with our money, not only in school but also in our future lives. Thank you for watching.
Inabay! Tutut!
Bye-bye!
Inatutut!
Bye!